What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich. Let's talk CONCACAF match day 11 results and look at the table, the permutations, who could qualify, who won't, and all that good stuff. But before we do, guys, I want to share a great gift idea with you, and that's one of these cards you see on the wall right there from cardsplug.com. I have a brand new one right here that I'm yet to unveil. And that is one of my beautiful daughter, Melanie. So if you have a young child, or look, it's perfect for anyone, but a young child, oh man, it would light up their day. It would make them feel so good. So you could see Mel here is a right back, American. She got the Legends card there, her name, her rating, and the reason for this rating, I think that's I think that's her mom's, yeah, that's definitely her mom's birth year. So she didn't really realize that I put these stats for a reason, you know what I'm saying? But look, all the stats personalized with different ratings. You could see the Cards Plug logo down at the bottom here. And just this design that I chose. There's a lot of designs to choose from. I think there's over 100 designs on the website right now. And the beauty about it is, guys, if you use my coupon code Dominic Rich FC, that will be in the description box down below, you get yourself a whopping 35% off. All right? Keep it on a hush hush, man. Listen, I'm an affiliate of Cards Plug. This is not a sponsored video. I've helped sold over 500 cards, so definitely, you know, I'm a man of my word. I give good advice, and customers are happy, okay? And just for disclosure, I do get a cut of each sale. So, look, 35% off. That's a big discount. I don't think you'll find a better discount around. And treat yourself, treat a loved one, or a friend, all right? So cardsplug.com, code Dominic Rich FC for 35% off. All right, guys, trust me, you won't regret it. I need to get this up on the wall somewhere, though. Definitely. You know what I mean? The wall got a lot of space. Maybe I'll put it over here in the corner over there, you know what I'm saying? But let me put this down and let's get into the content, man. Let me just put this down right here. Right. All right, guys, so thank you very much for your patience, and don't forget, check out cardsplug.com. Okay, so you see the table here after 11 matches, 3 to go. Canada are on top. Canada have won 6 consecutive games. Do you believe this? Which means that before that, they had 1 win and 4 draws. This is absolutely ridiculous. When you really think about it, the mad run that the Canadian national team have been on, qualified for the World Cup back in 1986, and a few of their fans have been reminding me of the journey they took back to qualify for that event. And it was a good one. They, you know, say it was a good one, but the World Cup wasn't a very good World Cup. But this one, I'm telling you, Canada are not a team to take lightly. So you see Canada on top, 25 points. They will qualify. Mathematically, they are not yet in Qatar, but they are at least guaranteed a place in the playoffs. At least a playoff place. And with 25 points, listen, a team do not fail to qualify. Well, do not let me say this right. A team will qualify. Let me be more positive. A team will qualify with a record like that going into World Cup qualifiers with 3 matches left. So Canada, it should be okay. For the USA, look, they should be fine in my opinion. But 21 points, it's still playing with fire, having lost 2 and drawn 3. Pardon me, and Mexico as well on the same amount of points. What Mexico and the USA have in their favor is that Panama are on 17 points. So that 4-point gap is definitely pivotal, right? And the 5-point gap between themselves and Costa Rica, who historically have been one of the better teams in CONCACAF. As for El Salvador, who are 6th right now. They could get a maximum of 18 points, which means a playoff place is still up for grabs if they win their remaining matches and the teams Panama and Costa Rica failed to pick up any points, right? For Jamaica, they are officially eliminated from World Cup qualifiers. So, like I predicted from the get-go, Jamaica won't make the cut. And I did give him a slight chance, but after their Gold Cup campaign, I was like, nah. Jamaica's not making it at all. And as for Honduras, we know they're still winless, and they are indeed eliminated, where Hernan Dario Gomez have lost 5 in charge. They might actually sack him, though. Let's look for that announcement pretty soon. So, look, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be taking a look at all the games that were played, the 4 matches, give my thoughts, and then we're going to talk what's coming up in March briefly. All right? So, let's just scroll up and let's take a look at these games, man. So, let's start with the first one. Jamaica 0, Costa Rica 1. Listen. Jamaica should have gotten something, at least something from this game, at least a draw. They didn't play badly. I actually think Jamaica were the better team in the game. 15 shots, 4 on target, 63% of the ball. Listen, Jamaica outplayed Costa Rica, but didn't win. It does happen. I'm a Man City fan, I know this. We play teams off the park many times and end up still drawing or losing the game, right? There could also be a situation where you outplay a team by winning without a lot of possession and just tactically you are just better than the team, right? Because they played into your hands and, you know, your game plan worked. It's also a situation like that. It's according to how you look at things. But Keylor Navas definitely tested in this game and is the reason why Costa Rica actually stayed in the match, eventually went on to win it. Joel Campbell, man, look, he scored in the 62nd minute, so 0-0 at halftime. Jamaica's still in the match. They were the better team. And look, Joel Campbell with the skill. I'm telling you, very, very good, man. Very, very good. Joel Campbell still got it. He definitely still got it. I know he's not pacey like he was back in the 2014 World Cup when he was still on the books of Arsenal, but he's been playing his trade. You know, I think he went to Olympiacos and then he's been in Mexico for some time. Joel Campbell still have a lot of quality, man. So, along with Keylor Navas and Joel Campbell, I think those two inspired Costa Rica for this win. Costa Rica did get a penalty after Jamaica had a few chances that were saved and blocked by the Costa Rican players. I think Kendall Waston had a good game as well. And we saw a situation, Costa Rica got a penalty. That was a penalty, man. Kevin Stewart came off the bench and that was a horrible error by Kevin Stewart. The commentator kept calling him Kevin Williams. I was like, God, man, get it together. And up step Celso Bohez, and it was saved. It was saved. Brilliant save by Andre Blake. You got to give it to Andre Blake, though. He's been stellar in goal. Have made a few mistakes, in my opinion. But for the most part, that was a very, very good effort there by Andre Blake to basically keep Jamaica in the game. And just after that, Joel Campbell, he scored. So, Celso Bohez, a relieved man. Joel Campbell, the way he celebrated it. The goal was marginally, I think it could have been called offside. It was touch and go, in my opinion. And they you know, they deserved the goal because Jamaica wasn't able to punish them when they had their chances. You see what I'm saying? I never expected Jamaica to win the game. I think, you know, it was all going to be Costa Rica. And my prediction for this was, what did I predict for this game? A 2-1 win for Costa Rica, and Costa Rica ended up winning the game. Look, before I get to some news on this match, I must mention that Richard King, the number 17 player for Jamaica, only 19 years old. I'm actually happy that Paul Hall gave a youngster an opportunity This is something that I didn't see Tapa Whitmore doing very often when he was in charge. But I have to say, Richard King, what a performance. And they're calling it the man of the match performance. Richard King was really good. Solid at the beginning of the game, and towards the back end, he did venture forward a lot. And he played at center back. So you got to give it to the youngster, man. Very, very bright prospect there. Also, I think one of the brightest players on the day indeed for Jamaica was Gregory Lay. Gregory Lay, I'm telling you. Big up to Gregory Lay. And look, Kemal Lawrence, I know you've been around for some time, but I think if Jamaica try Lay at left back, Lawrence maybe could play at center back sometime, but this guy is the truth, man. Just want to put it out there, man. He's good. He's good. And we haven't seen enough of him. That's the thing. That is the thing, man. So maybe selection was an issue in the past with this Jamaica national team. So, look, Andre Gray and Michael Antonio played up top. They did threaten on a few occasions without any luck. Javrain Brown, I think, needs a bit more polishing up, but you know, I don't know, man. The right back position for Jamaica with Alvis Powell, O'Neal Fisher, Javrain Brown. None of these players, I think, are very, very good, because Javrain Brown had made numerous mistakes and been out of position and things like that throughout the qualifying. So I think they got to work on that area. But Lay, I think the left back area is in a much better situation. But look, you got to give it to Costa Rica, man. They've been on a surge lately. They've picked up a point against Mexico. They picked up a win against Jamaica. The win against Panama. So they went in this international break, picked up 7 points, unbeaten. They didn't concede a single goal, which is absolutely ridiculous when you think about it. And bouncing back after the back-to-back losses against the USA and Canada, they beat Honduras, beat Panama, beat Jamaica, and they picked up a point against Mexico. So that's 9 points out of an available 12 to put themselves back in contention for that fourth place spot, or even a direct spot. Let's say if Mexico or the USA screw up, Costa Rica could pounce. You see what I'm saying? Definitely. For the Ticos, their next game is against Canada on home soil, El Salvador on the road, and the USA on home soil. It is set up for the Ticos with Keylor Navas, Joel Campbell, Brian Ruiz, and co. to qualify directly still. Luis Fernando Suarez and his boys will be licking their chops right now going into the final 3 matches. And if they continue their great form, it's a possibility. I could see this. Look, I don't know if they're going to beat Canada, but at least a draw. But I could see them beating both El Salvador and the USA to pick up a further 7 points to take their tally up to 23 points. 23 points might be good enough to leapfrog Panama, who got to play Honduras. Yeah, they might win Honduras at home, but you got to play the USA and Canada. Look, things are shaping up very nicely for Costa Rica right about now. So for Jamaica, there could be potential banana peels for the teams still in qualifiers, and that's Canada. Maybe to give Canada a little jitter, knock them into the playoffs maybe. No, I don't think that's going to happen. But for Jamaica, they just have to play for pride, and they have El Salvador, 2 teams, you know. El Salvador not yet eliminated, but Jamaica, as I said, could be a banana peel for El Salvador's hopes. Knock them out officially. First game in Jamaica. And then Canada, Honduras, pretty much, you know what I mean. By the time they play Honduras, yeah, dead rubber. And for Canada, it might already be a dead rubber where Canada would have qualified already. So that's what in, you know, the future there for Jamaica. I think they have to focus on 2026. I've already seen people talking smack about Paul Hall, calling for Hall, and then they want to stone the man already. You know what I mean? You can never please these Jamaican fans. Never. Never, ever, ever. Them never happy. So, Joel Campbell with the goal in the 62nd minute. Jamaica failing to reply. Costa Rica putting themselves in a good position to qualify for the 2022 World Cup after making it in 2014 and 2018. So what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going back and we're going to talk. We're going to continue talking here. We're going to continue talking. But we have to go right here to the final round and pull up this game and move on to the next one. USA 3. Okay, wait. Hold your brakes there, Dom. Hold your brakes, okay? Something that I actually wanted to mention and I failed to mention because I got a little carried away there, but it's not too late. And I'm going to click on the Jamaica Costa Rica game again, and we're going to pull this up. And we're going to look at the stories here. What is this I'm seeing? Costa Rica played with COVID positive players, says JFF doctor. What is going on here? Jamaica will launch complaint to FIFA over Costa Rica fielding 2 COVID positive players. Wow. The Daily Mail. Let's take a look at this and see what this article is actually saying. So, Jamaica, you see I have Manscaped ads right there. It's crazy, right? Oh my God. Oh man, the internet is something else, right? Internet, man, the internet for you. The internet. So, look. Let's go. Jamaica will launch a complaint to FIFA over Costa Rica fielding 2 COVID positive players against them in a key World Cup qualifier, despite being told to isolate them, as the visitors claim their stars had the virus weeks earlier. So Jamaica chief claims. All right, we're not going to get into that. Let's take a look at the main article. Jamaica set to lodge a complaint with FIFA over. Damn, my heater seems like it's burning out. Turn that off. So, Jamaica set to lodge a complaint with FIFA after claims they had played against 2 corona-positive Costa Rica players in Wednesday's World Cup qualifier. Jamaica Football Federation medical chief Dr. Guyan Oscott told the Jamaican Gleaner 6 people from Costa Rica's traveling party, including 2 players who faced the Reggae Boys, tested positive for COVID-19 on arrival in Jamaica on Tuesday. Now, JFF General Secretary Dalton Wint has confirmed the body is aware of the issue and will consequently make a formal complaint to FIFA on this matter. All right, so see some pictures from the game. I don't know what we can appeal, but I am sure I will be sending something to FIFA to inquire as to why this happened, because this is an absolute breach of the rules, Wint said. The Costa Rica statement, however, said the Jamaican Federation stated in the weeks prior to the match that due to the restrictions by the health authorities, the entire delegation had to take PCR tests upon arrival in Jamaica. These tests were carried out on Tuesday night, and the results were available on Wednesday afternoon. In these tests, 1 player and 3 administrative staff of the delegation were positive as new cases, in addition to 2 players recently recovered from COVID-19. The new positives were eliminated, isolated, and as indicated by the protocol, these results were communicated to FIFA delegation and the local authorities. At the same time, all the documentation was represented, providing that the other 2 players who tested positive were recovered cases with fewer than 25 days of having had a positive result for COVID-19. So, look, I'm not going to go deeper into this. We got more games to talk about. This is a long article here. And I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's a desperate act by Jamaica to stay in World Cup qualifiers by getting them to cancel the game and to play over the match or whatnot. But basically, the Costa Rican FA is saying that the Jamaicans are lying. You're lied. But yeah, just wanted to touch on that before we do move on, though. And we're going to move on. I think I spent a bit too long on that, but it is fine. We're doing a roundup of week 11, and it's imperative that I actually talk about these issues. So let's see how that one, plays out. I doubt 2 players would be tested positive and ended up playing. I doubt that would actually happen. If that's the case, though, for Jamaica, did any of your players actually caught the virus after the match? Test your players. If they're positive, they caught the virus from the 2 players that you claim had coronavirus and took the field. Okay, that should clear it up once and for all. So, yeah, man, let's get down to the next game. The USA 3, Honduras 0. My prediction for this game, 2-0 to the USA. So another prediction that I got right. Feather in my cap. Thank you very much. Look, this was going to be no other result, though, because, look, negative, freezing temperatures over in Minnesota. And the game was in doubt of actually happening. But the fans showed up in their numbers, full crowd. I saw there was fans without shirts and all kind of stuff. So it was crazy, man. It was crazy. I'm looking at the news here, and it's even saying that Honduras actually had a couple players going off because of the cold and everything. Look, negative 19 degrees Celsius, man. Ridiculous. Ridiculous weather. I'm telling you. The players were all decked out in their winter gear and all. And look, both teams had to take the field. So it's a level ground right there. But I did mention that the Honduran squad had about, I think I was talking about El Salvador. El Salvador struggled in the cold. They did a lot better than Honduras. But Honduras definitely got a lot of players who are not used to these conditions, of course. Look, even me, who live in America for 19 years, I'm still not used to the conditions. It was a setup, a great one by the USA to put the game in Minnesota against a team from Central America who lives in a tropical climate, right? So, look, that's all part of the tactics, man. That was all part of the plan. Weston McKennie in the 8th minute. All 3 goals were set-piece goals. So you got to give it to the USA for capitalizing on those set-piece situations. Honduras, horrible defending in those situations as well. So Weston McKennie in the 8th minute. I think that was Weah with the ball in and Weston McKennie with the header. He has been the USA's best player in the recently concluded international break as well. So you got to give it to Weston McKennie. I did call him a little boy after that was Kellen Acosta with the ball in. But I did call him a little boy after the whole thing he pulled with, bringing someone in his room and all of that. You got to control yourself, man. You see what I mean? But look, Kellen Acosta also had a great game. Weston McKennie had a good game. That was a very good ball into the box and a good header to beat the Honduran goalkeeper, Luis Lopez, who later had to go off. So I think one of the players who were actually affected by the whole coldness, was goalkeeper Luis Lopez, man. God damn. I really wasn't expecting that, though, because I was watching the game, and then I'm like, whoa, new goalkeeper? Yep, Eric Menjivar had to come on for Luis Lopez, who had started the game. Romel Cueto was taken out as well. I don't think it's a cold. He plays in Montreal, so, you know what I mean? He's probably used to that. But, it was cold, man. It was cold. And in January, we had some cold days, even in New York. So you could imagine Minnesota way up in the north. So Walker Zimmerman with a goal there. Scrappy goal. But, the USA did well in the set-piece situation there. And Walker Zimmerman, the big defender, coming up from the back to put the second one in the back of the net. Very scrappy goal and failure to clear there by Honduras. Zimmerman to make it 2-0. Look, this game was never in doubt for the USA, in my opinion. Greg Berhalter, with his tinkering self, could have done the most tinkering he could have possibly done, and they would have still won the game, in my opinion. I think Luca De La Torre was very, very good in the game. We got to give it to these guys when they were quality. And Pepe still struggling. I don't know what's going on. He needs to see a sports psychologist or something, because he's not doing well in front of goal. He did have a few good chances, and I think he was involved in the Pulisic goal when Pulisic came off the bench. But Weah has looked bright. You know, Kellen Acosta looked good. Dillator and Weston McKennie. Reggie Cannon came in. Anthony Robinson played yet another game, and Zimmerman came back in the team. Matt Turner continued to be the goalkeeper of choice. So, yeah, man, I don't think from looking at the bench here, the USA had what? I think Sean Johnson. Yeah, Sean Johnson was on the bench. So Zach Steffen, dealing with some injury problems, didn't feature this time around. Look, Pulisic off the bench, 2 minutes, 67th minute. Pepe with the flick on. Second ball won by the USA as well. Fell nicely to Christian Pulisic, who put it in the back of the net. 3-0 for the USA. Honduras, 2 shots and goal. None on target. 27% possession. They were cold. No other explanation. They were frozen, man. Do you want to build a snowman? They were frozen. They were frozen. And no other result expected than this one. So, what are the permutations now with the USA winning this game? Honduras are out. The USA, 21 points. 3 matches left to go. They have Mexico on the road. Panama at home. Costa Rica on the road. Look, it could be disaster again for the USA. Let me just put it out there. USA are not off the hook. It could be disaster for the USA, but the home game against Panama, it is imperative that the USA win that game so that they could keep Panama quiet, because for Panama, they do have a game before that, and Panama will be playing Honduras. Most likely, Panama would defeat Honduras at home, right? Panama defeat Honduras. Panama go up to 20 points. The USA play Mexico. We don't know what's going to happen. Let's say the USA get a point, or let's say they lose the game or they get a point, right? Let's just say they draw the game. Both Mexico and the USA go up to 22 points, right? Panama right behind. Panama against the USA, it's imperative that the USA win that game. And don't forget, Costa Rica are still in the hunt. So, look, but for the USA though, with picking up something against, they have to win the game against Panama. Costa Rica could still get a maximum of 25 points, and they do have the USA to look, man. Look. Greg Berhalter, you can't play around in March. You cannot play around in March. And let me repeat that. Greg Berhalter cannot play around in March. Cannot play around at all, because it's tricky, man. It is tricky. It is as tricky as it gets. So for the USA, they do have Mexico, Panama, and Costa Rica. They gotta beat at least one of these teams. At least one. And that team has to be Panama. Mexico would be great, be really good. I don't know if that's going to happen. Costa Rica with the Ticos, probably still in with a fight. Or even if they, at that time, they're not in the fight, they're not in the running still. I think they'll be in the running. This is going to be a good day. March is going to be good, man. March is going to be good. Let me just put it that way. I want to talk. Listen, I'm going to leave that for another time. Let's go. Let's move on to the next game. We have 2 more games to talk about. We don't want to be super long here. You know, and look, man. Look, it's going to be crazy in March, man. March Madness, baby. Let's go. So, look. Mexico, let's talk this one. Let's leave the Canada game for last. You know what I'm saying? All right, so Mexico won, Panama 0. Listen, this game left a bad taste in my mouth here, man. Something fishy happened in this match. Raul Jimenez with the penalty in the 80th minute. I think Panama. Let me get myself big here. I think Panama were robbed. Panama were robbed. I don't think so. I know so. Panama were robbed of a point. This game should have ended in a draw like I predicted. Panama were robbed. Diego Lainez, you freaking weasel. I must tell you, listen, very dishonest things have been happening in these Mexican games. I'm going to go back. 2019 Gold Cup, the match against Haiti, Raul Jimenez, that was never a penalty. That was never, Diego Lainez, you dive, bro. That was a dive. That was a dive, disgraceful dive, as a matter of fact. It's desperation stuff by the Mexican players because first half, nothing. Panama, if they were a bit sharper, should have scored. And in the second half, Panama waned a bit and Mexico, they got into the game. Few substitutions made. Lainez, Chucky Lozano forced off with another injury. Lainez came on. And Lainez have been changing games since, when he's coming on. But that's a dive, man. That's a blatant dive. And what's more disgraceful is that the ref and the VAR did not acknowledge that and chalk it off. It is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's a controversial decision. Hence the behavior of the Panamanian players at the end of the game and all of that during the game. It was never supposed to be a penalty. What do the Mexicans say? No era penal? Listen, that was never a penalty. I don't even know if I'm getting that one right, but that was never a penalty. Never, ever, 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 ever a penalty. That's my summary of the game. Ain't got nothing else to say in terms of that match. But Mexico, they have not been good. And they have shithoused themselves to 21 points. When they win, they haven't looked good. Losing back-to-back games against the USA and against Canada. You guys think I have a problem in Mexico? No, I don't. I don't have no problems with no team. I'm just being fair. Thomas Christensen's Mexico, Panama, you see I'm getting carried away, should have gotten a point from this game. And Tata Martino should have continued to be under immense pressure and, with a draw. What are they saying in the news? With controversial penalty kick, Mexico's win over Panama brings L3 closer to the World Cup. See? Not making this thing up. I'm not making this up. I'm not. I'm really not making this thing up. But look, in terms of the table and permutations and everything, this was a big game. Panama, if they had gotten a point in this game and Mexico got a point, it would have made things a lot closer. Where Mexico... Take a sip of my water here. Got a bit carried away there. Mexico would have only been on 19 points. Panama would have been on 18. Costa Rica would have been within touching distance of both those teams. The USA would have gotten a 2-point gap. And Canada would have gotten a 6-point gap over Mexico instead of a 4. Right? Panama, you were robbed. For Mexico, their next game is against the USA. I don't know if they'll win that one, but you never know what'll happen. That game is going to be played in Mexico, and you never know, man. They will pick up victories against Honduras and El Salvador in their remaining matches. Mexico are going to qualify for the World Cup. Without a doubt, they will qualify. They will at least get 28 points. 28 points for Mexico. Not that I'm predicting a draw yet for the USA game, but at least 28 points. As for Panama, who are in 4th right now, that's a playoff spot. They're 1 point ahead of Costa Rica, so they still have Costa Rica to worry about. They play Honduras, a game they should win, but then the games against the USA and Canada, it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. The final game is in Panama City, so it's up to you, man. It's up to Panama. It's up to Panama. Costa Rica, as I mentioned, they also have some tough games against Canada, the USA, and El Salvador. But the ball is basically in both of these teams' courts to actually qualify for the... I love how it's shaping up. March Madness, baby. And look, with that being said, guys, we're going to round this off. We're going to definitely round this off. I don't want it to go on for an hour plus. So we're going to round this off and we're going to talk about the best team in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying so far. And that's Canada picking up a 2-0 victory on the road against El Salvador, following up the great win they had against Honduras. So we had a concern that Canada would go to Central America and not do well. You better think again. You better think again. You better think again. Think it over. You better think it over. They still do have 2 games left in Central America. And they have Jamaica at home. Canada just need to win that game against Jamaica. The other games, you don't really need to win those. They will look to win them and go unbeaten in qualifiers. But Canada should beat Jamaica and qualify for the World Cup. Just want to put it out there. But look, in this game, I got to give it to El Salvador for staying in the match. Because during warm-ups, they lost their goalkeeper, Mario Gonzalez. And Mr. Kevin Carabantes had to step in. And I think he did a stellar job. He really did a good job. Some very, very good saves at the beginning of the game. And the game was 0-0 at halftime. I think he pulled off like 3 big saves. So El Salvador kept themselves in the game. And you got to give him credit for that one. Canada on the road. You also got to give credit to them for staying in the match and actually being the more dominant of the 2 teams in terms of the final third play. So, look, the goal finally came. That was one of the most freakish goals I've ever seen. Very freakish. Off the goalkeeper, the post, the defender. I can't even... Look, how the hell did that happen, though? I can't even remember the exact sequence. Somebody let me know. For participation purposes, somebody let me know what exactly happened. I know it came off Atiba Hutchinson last while he was on the floor. He didn't know anything about the goal. But what do Canada care? They just ride in and continuing to ride their luck. I'm not saying it's a lucky position that they find themselves in, but you do need some luck to actually have decisions and results go your way in tough crunch World Cup qualifying games. And then to finish it off with the icing on the cake, El Salvador overcommitting bodies to get that equalizer to get that point or even 3 that would have put them in a better position in World Cup qualifiers right now where they are not yet eliminated. Jonathan David, 1v1, and just the composure and the poise to finish that off. Big star for the future. This summer, Jonathan David is going somewhere huge. He's going to move from Lille and he's going to go somewhere big. He's going to go somewhere big. He's definitely going to go somewhere big. So let's see where he'll go, though. Let's see where he'll go. So, yeah, I should have put my my device there on Do Not Disturb, but you know how it is, man. You know how it is. So, look out for Jonathan David getting a big move in the summer. Quality player. Steven Estacio have joined Porto. I think he was involved in World Cup qualifiers for the first time this international break. And, you know, you got to give it to Canada, man. The team with the depth. Milan Borjan once again had to pull off some big saves. And it took a big save towards the end of the game as well. I think that was, you know, the player Monterosa with the speculative shot. Boyan with the save. I think that was back-to-back saves towards the end of the game there, man. Look. This Canadian team is something else. You got Boyan, who's a quality goalkeeper. I'm not saying he's the best, but he's done well and he deserves the number 1 position, I think, ahead of Maxime Crépeau. Some people may say they prefer Crépeau in goal, but I think Boyan has that, you know, X-factor quality in him, though. So, Boyan does play for Red Star Belgrade, Champions League, European, you know, club competition quality. And they got a good goalkeeper. I think the fullbacks in Richie Laray and Sam Adokudbe are headaches for opposition teams. They did this all without, let me repeat, without Alphonso Davies. Okay? And Canada went on to win 6 games on the bounce. 6. And only conceded, what, twice throughout that whole period? Twice. Once against Mexico and once against Panama. Wow. They have been unbeaten throughout qualifiers, but they did draw to Mexico and Jamaica before that run of 6 consecutive wins on the trot. That's consistency for you. And if you're going to qualify for the World Cup, you got to be consistent, man. You know what I mean? This is no luck. This is no luck. I know you need an ounce of luck, but this is no lucky thing. They say it no lucky thing by Canada, okay? So don't come with the luck talk. That was brilliant. That was brilliant by Canada. What was my prediction, guys? A 2-0 win for Canada? I predicted Canada to win their 3 matches in this international break. And what did they go on to do? Win their 3 matches in the international break, right? Defeating Honduras. No, I didn't. I'm lying. Dom is capping there. I did predict a draw against the USA. So I did predict 2 wins and a draw. They went on to win all 3. They did much better than I predicted. Brilliant. Brilliant by John Herdman and his boys, man. Brilliant, man. Brilliant team. Quality performances. And I have to say, Canada, you're going to Qatar. You play Jamaica at home, and that will seal it. You play Costa Rica on the road. You play Panama on the road. Let's see if let's see if I put my faith in Canada for those games. Because those are crunch games. Panama's still in. Costa Rica's still in, so it's going to be very difficult. Let us see if we'll have Alphonso Davies back in time for those matches. Oh, if that happens, it's going to be harder. Also, something that I failed to mention is that El Salvador were actually going to boycott the game because they're unhappy with the treatment from the FA and everything. But they decided to play the match just for the fans. Thank you very much for not making things controversial here. Look, don't have anything else to add. For El Salvador, however, let's just go back here. For El Salvador, in terms of their World Cup qualifying campaign, it's an easy and clear scenario. Easy. Not for them, but just for the permutations. They have to beat Jamaica on the road. They got to beat Costa Rica at home and have to beat Mexico in Mexico. Guys, that's not going to happen. El Salvador was a very good try in this World Cup qualifying campaign. You're going to do very good to stay ahead of Jamaica and Honduras in terms of the points tally and give yourself that psychological edge going into 2026, where I do think El Salvador stand a very, very good chance of picking up one of those 3 direct spots to the triple bid, the triple host, oh my God, the joint, the Mexico, Canada, and the USA World Cup bid. United bid, I should say. But guys, look, that's an indication that I've done enough today. Definitely. I still have a lot more work to do. Still, I have to talk CONMEBOL World Cup qualifying. And I still got to do some transfer videos and everything. But I've been grinding hard, man. I've been really, really grinding hard. Guys, don't forget to check out cardsplug.com/Dominic Rich FC. The links will be in the description box down below. Use the code Dominic Rich FC to get yourself 35% off all your orders. So you better make hay while the sun shines. That discount won't last forever. I hope it does, but capitalize, man. Capitalize. Treat yourself or a loved one to one of the most perfect football gifts, a football card, your very own football card. A lot of designs to choose from. Different sizes. You could see the various sizes on the wall. You could see a small, the medium, and the large there, and there's even a bigger one than that you could get. So that Michael is holding up there, you see? So, yeah, man. Thanks for watching another one. It has been a great international break in CONCACAF World Cup qualifying, and we were definitely treated. Canada on top. Mexico and the USA just behind. Panama looking, like they fight very, very much in the race for one of those direct spots. Costa Rica looking to sneak in and get one as well. So things are shaping up for very, very interesting March, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. So guys, subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're closing in on 50K. Thanks again for everyone who chose to subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you do like it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And from your boy Dom, until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.